Gathered Together Homestead. I am going to kind of share with you today as I go along doing my morning chores. I usually start with the goats and then I'll feed the horses, and that is my chores. But we are fixing to have kind of a labor and delivery ward here. I've got 5 does that we put the buck in with October 7th, and right now we are March maybe 9th, I don't know, we're somewhere in there. And so if they would have bred early on, then we are any day now expecting some kids. But between my 5 does, we do expect all 5 of them to be pregnant or bred, as they all have some significant weight gain. And let's see, 2 of my does will not be first fresheners, but the other 3 are. And so 2 of them we already had. 1 of them we went through the whole breeding and birthing process here. The other one I purchased when she was already in milk. So they both went great. From the one I was told went great. This other one I have videos and I think we've posted them. But the other 3 will be first fresheners, and so you just never know how that's going to go. But I'm just going to kind of walk you through some of the things that I look for. I am not teaching. I am by absolutely no shape or form an expert in this area at all. This will only be our 2nd time ever having kids. And so it's just, it's a learning experience. And so if I say something that's scientifically not the right name, forgive me, but just kind of documenting our journey as we go. So come along and do chores with me. Hi, Miss Willow. Hi, Rosebud. Rosebud's on the left. Willow is on the right. She is the one that was bred and first went through her first freshening, her first labor and delivery here on the farm. I assisted and was likely not necessary, but I was so afraid we were going to lose her. Our very first ever kidding experience was our original does, and it was at our other farm, which was actually these girls' mama. And one of them went into preterm labor, died in the process of it. I had literally just gotten home from giving birth to our youngest son. It was not fun. And then the other one, which was their mom, we left for the day to go run some errands, came home, and voila, she had 2 healthy girls, and she was fine, but a few weeks afterwards, she ended up dying. I think she got a worm overload. So that's part of this process, is we've learned a lot of things, and we've experienced life, and we've experienced death, and the death part is definitely not easy. But hi, silly girl. That's Lucy. No, that's Lily. Sorry. Yeah, I knew I said your name wrong. This is Lily. She usually has a purple collar on, but I took it off the other day. And then the other white one is Lucy. She had a pink collar, Lucy did, and it got lost. So now she has a blue collar. Are you girls hungry? All right, everybody has hay. So now is a good time to kind of give them a good look over. The first thing for me that I keep in mind is their original personality. So a lot of times when a goat is about to go into labor, they can kind of distance or separate themselves from the herd. But for this girl right here, that is Ruby, she's kind of got a different personality like that already. So there's a lot of times that she'll be separate. So for her, that would not be a good indicator. Willow definitely would be kind of a good indicator. But another thing that I look for is a swollen vulva. So hers looks, see if I can get, hers looks to be a little poochy, but nothing real dramatic. But babies are definitely probably dropping. Keep in mind, I have no idea when they're due, within the next 2 months, of course. Willow, your tail is kind of not participating. So Willow looks pretty, she always kind of has some stickiness when she's getting close. I say always, like I've done this 5 times. This is the 2nd time. But if you see this is Rosebud. She has no swollen vulva at all. Like everything just looks pretty firm and tight and intact like it's supposed to be when they're not about to deliver ligaments. Their ligaments will loosen. So if you pinch right in here, oh, it's hard to video, right in here at their tail. If your fingers can touch when you squeeze around their tail like this, their ligaments are loosening. It's easy for me to tell without having a ton of experience if ligaments are loosening because hers are not at all. In fact, she may not even be pregnant. I believe she is because she did gain weight significantly. Like she has kind of filled out in the midsection. Her, well, I can't see from here. Her teeth have more developed than where they were prior. However, I do believe if she is bred, she was a late breeding because my other girls are pretty further along looking. You can tell on Willow, which I felt their ligaments the other day, and I feel like Willow and one of my Sonnens, I can't remember if it was Lucy or Lily. I believe it was Lucy because Lily was kind of being a stinker and wouldn't really let me get close. I was kind of out here with him and she wanted to be on her own. But if you can see the difference in these two here, look kind of at their hip bones. Ruby, which is the black and white one on the right, you can't really see her pronounced hip bones yet, and that big dip in their, just below their spine, that's not present for Ruby. But Willow, hers are pretty pronounced. Her ligaments are pretty loose. Her vulva seems a little swollen to me. Now here is Lucy. She was the one who wasn't super interested in me being around her the other day. She's kind of a loner when it comes to me. She doesn't care about being around me as much. You can start to see kind of her hip bones. I don't see any full bags ready to start nursing babies, so I don't think anyone's super close, but I'll let her be. There's no reason to check on something for no need, but I don't know about this. Is really muddy. Come over here and check on Miss Lucy. I noticed that her vulva definitely looks more swollen and loose. Kind of, you can just see things look not as tight and up there and flat. Thanks for the back up there, girl. But her teats here also look pretty. She's gonna be fun to teach to milk, huh? They look like they're a little bit fuller than they had been. Not full and shiny by any means. But just progress. Things are happening. It's all part of it. I don't see her pronounced hip bones. Let's see if we can. She is not having it. I don't think she's very. I can't get a good tell on her ligaments, but things are happening. I do believe Willow is going to be the first to go. We'll see. It's hard to tell. My other two Sonnens, or not other two because Willow's not a Sonnen, but my two Sonnens and that one right there in the middle, this will all be there first. So we'll see. Lots of things happening. I would imagine Willow probably should have babies here within the next, I would imagine, couple of weeks, but who knows? We'll just keep checking on them. And eventually I'll have a video of happy jumping little kids, Lord willing. It's always a prayer that moms and babies come through it without any issues, and we've had some death experiences, so it definitely makes me nervous. But when Willow had her kids last time, she had 3 on her first freshening, and everybody was healthy and wonderful. So we'll just keep praying that everything goes good this time. Look at them horses, they're like ready. What is taking you so long? You're ready to eat.